I have coming to a place. It's not a park. It is a Christian church, and I sit inside our garden, and there is many cars driving around here also, but you can't go away from it if I am not in a big park like that. Then you don't hear cars. But this is cars is running around here, but not as the other place. It was a real busy traffic cross there, and I am enjoy to sit in the sunshine just now, but it's going very fast to be darkness because it's that time of year. So I have still not eating the garlic bread because I'm okay, because I was drinking a mango and passion fruit juice, big, and it was very cold, so it took time to drink it. I felt it in the brain, this cold rush. I'm thinking about this to be here in Jerusalem, and it was not my will. It was what I was saying that I should go to, and it is that make it when I suddenly got money in my bank account in the same time as I knew I should visit Jerusalem, but had not that money to drive to fly to Jerusalem. And I got about $4,000 from, and it says Nazareth, and then immediately I bought me a flight ticket to Jerusalem for that money. Not all the money, of course not. It was very cheap. Made a flight ticket because this with the corona, it's an airplane was not full when I fly to Jerusalem. Flying from I live in Sweden. I took a taxi to Denmark, to Copenhagen's airport, but there they told me I need to have the health insurance, so I had to wait for the insurance to come through. And I didn't have that kind of money because I was not thinking about that I needed the insurance, health insurance. I never have any insurance because God is my insurance. So I never buy it because I don't have that kind of retirement. And then from Copenhagen I have to wait 2 days on a very expensive hotel. But I use my American dollar that I had with me to pay the hotel. And then was it someone of you, my listener, that sent me money so I could pay the insurance. Health insurance, but it was too late. I should have paid it the same day, but I knew that I should place in all the money I had on my bank account into the insurance company, so it noticed that I have bought the insurance. But then it could see that I have not paid full money for it. But in the same time, I was counting that it's from 12 o'clock in the night and then till about 7, 8 o'clock until people is coming to the job and look at the computer and say that I have not paid the bill. But then was it someone that's sending me money for the insurance? So about 5 minutes past 12 did I send the money and was hoping it was not too late. And it wasn't. It come through. So I get my insurance, health insurance, and the woman at the airport, she showed me that I have a full health insurance. Even if I don't see it today, but it is there. And I could take the airplane to Helsingfors, the capital in Finland, and not understood when I pay for the flight ticket that I go very close to Russia. But the airplane have changed the route, so they didn't fly over Russia. They fly on the side of it in another way. So we come to Tel Aviv, and I was frightened that it should be a real stop for me there. It should be some that I have not the right paper. They should ask for the health insurance, but they never ask, and because they ask me, where did you come from? I go with this cart for disabled people on the airport, Tel Aviv airport, and they look at my passport, and then they ask, where did you come from? And I say, from Finland, and the man that drive the cart say, she come from Finland. So, and Finland didn't need to have health insurance, so they didn't wanted to look at it. They thought I was from Finland. They didn't check again, when I say Finland, they didn't check the passport. That was a passport, it stood Sweden on it, but they didn't see it. That's how God do it. So I didn't need to have any stress there. And then I didn't know where I should go. I didn't have a hotel, and I didn't have any taxi that I have paid for to come to Jerusalem before I took the flight. And as I go to I say to the man that drive the cart that I want to go to the information desk to tell them to find a hotel for me and a taxi. I say to him, but the information was closed. So they say that I should sit and wait because they are going to call for a man to come and talk to me. And it was like a security man. And he sit down with me, and he say he tried to find some hotels for me in Jerusalem, and he had hard to find it because everyone was full. And then after a while he asked me, how much money do you have for a hotel? And I say that I don't really know, because I have changed the money a few times to exchange it to shekel, so I don't know really how much money I have. But about, he say, I have about $4,000, like $4,000. And I go very quick and find a hotel, and that was the Jewish hotel, because I had money enough to pay. That was lots of money, but that was not what I had. It was what God had given me from Nazareth. Those money, I told him. It was about 4,000 I got from Nazareth. So he took me out, and I got a taxi, and I come to the hotel, and then I come in a hotel, and it was 24-hour open, so it didn't matter that I come about 2 o'clock in the night. And then when everything was done, was it 3 o'clock when I come to be in bed. And it was this young man, that is a Rev. My daughter knew what it was when I say that he was Rev, that met me at the hotel. And he say it's a teacher that is a Rev, she say. He teaching Torah, she says. So my daughter is with a Christian church, so they have coming to talk about it, I suppose. That's why she know it. And so he was, and it was this miracle, amazing things that happened from heaven, that they placed me in a real Jewish hotel. And then I met him, that is a teacher of Torah. I met, and he wanted to be friend with me on Facebook. So he is, but he have vacation or something. He is away somewhere. So he say he's coming back next week. This is the day before Friday. I never know what the name is in English. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Is it Thursday? And so I sit here in the Christian church, and it is the same name that I have on, almost the same name as I have on my church. I have a church, and God told me to make a church, and he told me, and I go and registered a church in Virginia state in the United States. So I have the church name I have in Virginia, Portsmouth in Virginia, USA. There I have my church in the name only, And it's about this. In the Bible it says that Jesus be very angry when they were doing a marketplace, were selling and doing this with the money. And that I have told you about. We don't like this with the money to do those things. But they did that in a temple. And Jesus come in and he took away everything. He was very furious about what was going on in the temple. And then he said that this is a place for, it's God's house, and it should be a place for worship, he said to them. And then he went away and start to heal people inside the temple. And that's why God told me, now it's a spirit touching me to remind me that this is what it is about. It was already giving me from the start that this, my church, that God wanted me to call that church the Prayer of Healing Church. And I pay for it because I was working in that time and had money. So I pay for it. So it's my church and God's church in Virginia. And so it was what's going on, what it is today, that God is showing me that this marketplace people, that there is marketplace people in all religions today. And God doesn't like that. And he understood that Jesus was not God, but he heard from God that God was going angry about what Jesus saw, and told Jesus to take that away, to tell them. And that's what I'm doing today, because it's so much wrong things going on with the religions. That's why I am not in a religion anymore. So I'm so thankful that I got this touch from heaven about what happened in the beginning, that I should clean up in the temple. And the temple is in people's body, in their mindset. It's what they catch from the world and use it, and instead to catch things from God and heaven. That's what heaven remind me about by touching me now. That was from the start. That I think it was in 2002. I registered a church in Portsmouth, Virginia, United States. So I have that name, and when I was standing in the office, I didn't know the name. And she, the woman that should write down a church, and she asked me, what is the church name? She asked. And I didn't know. God have only told me, or heaven have told me, that I should go and register a church. So I have to standing and talk to God in my mind and ask, what is the name of the church you want me to do? And then he said, the prayer of healing. And so I say that to that woman, and that woman she was waiting for me to tell her the name, and she saw that I was in my mind. I was not there. I was talking to God. She saw that, and she looked at in the computer if they have registered that name of the church before, and I was thinking, I maybe have walking passed by a church, and I have seen that name. It's maybe that, I was not really have been start to really walking for God. He come in August 2000, and I was there, and it was maybe January 2002. So I was thinking I maybe catch that name when I pass by somewhere, or I have heard it or something like that. But she said there were no church with that name in Virginia. So it was a rare name. But this church, a Baptist church, have almost the same name. So I felt that I should go in here and talk to you. And it come a spirit and touched me when I was here. So I hope I can find my way back to the hotel. I think I have tried to walk in a circle, so I should come back to at least a street that I know about, that I have been there before. So I will try to eat some bread here before I go away. And it start to be a little, on my clock it say 3, but it's 1 hour more in Israel than in Sweden. So it's 4 o'clock and the sun is start to go down and it start to be a little more cold. But God bless you. Now you know a little what I'm doing today. Eating garlic bread. God bless you.